Oh wait, I'm actually just uploading the last episode I just did. This is where I want, like that. Yep, there we go. So I said, hey, why not? Let's just jump back in. So we're just going to create a very simple menu. I'm not even joking. Like, we probably won't say these. So these are going to be Starry. Why not Starry Sky 1? Like a Starfield maybe. Or yeah, Starfield. Why not? Then this can be Starfield 2. And then this can be maybe like a Nebula. That's not really a nebula. It probably is. I don't really know what nebulas probably look like. I know they look kind of like that, but they look more like purpley. I don't know. Okay, so we have most of the setup. We're going to do a main menu, then from there we can actually do same proper, right? So we're going to have a canvas. Yeah, so we're going to have this, and what's going to be quite different about this is that how we have to approach this is going to be quite different. So our scene, our object is not going to be based on our do it based on our camera. Do it based on our camera, pixel perfect. Only camera. That means it looks like this. Wait, what the frick? Oh yeah, because we're in 2D mode. It's like, look at the, thank you. It looks like this. Why is this so far away? Oh, I don't know. What the frick? Bring it forward maybe? So wait, what happens if we turn this to 90? Oh. Point is that we actually want to bring this forward. Like, I don't know, 0. Oh, that's what we want. We want this ahead of everything else. Alright. So now if we remove 0, see how we change? Though it's practically, I don't even know if you can see anything from here. We'll try like a raw image, I don't know. Can you see this raw image? Nah, it's too close, so like 10 is probably good. Yeah, there we go. So now if we go main camera, move rotation at 90, we still see it. There's no difference. Right? So we got to make sure everything leaves the scene, because the point is that we're not actually having two canvases. Then we could do that. Do we have two canvases? And we have one canvas over there, one canvas over here. Put some world space. And then we copy this. Obviously bring this out and bring this out. And we maybe only give it a texture, just for example, just so you can see. But the other one, don't. And then this one we maybe put on main camera, just so we can flip our main camera around. And then we can take it out of main camera. This needs to be pushed. Wait, it should be. Oh, we need to push the position 10 to 0, maybe? Oh, I see. We want it is the same as Starfield 2. Then we can just sort of see. Fake. So essentially, we want the same. So we want to look at Starfield 2. So next 10, 9.1 is the one we want here. But we just want to push this forward a bit more, so like 7. That's pretty good. So as you see, we got this layer system, and then over here, it kind of intertwined, but it still should be fine. Still should be fine. So look at our main camera, go 0, so it kind of translates over here. So for example, it'd go 1, 2, I don't know, like, see that's the problem is then you kind of get this like problem over here. So what you want to do is we want to I'm wondering whether or not we because you see, it kind of, our camera, you see this is our camera, and we're just kind of doing this, so it means there's a point where there's both of them, where we kind of don't want it, we just want like a point like this. We'll try it, and we'll just go from here, right? Okay, so this is our first one, and, no, this is our second one, this is our first one. Okay, so we're just gonna order them properly then. So this is our first one, first canvas, and second canvas. So our first one's not going to have a raw image, and our second one's not going to have a raw image, it's just going to be this. So our first one is going to have, as long as I kind of have, maybe I have it like, oh, I have it like over here. Okay, well it's fine. It just turns into 2D mode. Oh, there we go. So you see where it like kind of lines up? That's our bad zone. We don't want anything in either of these. So when we switch over here, do this. Oh, we can't do this. We don't want anything like right here kind of thing. Can I get what I'm saying? Oh, there, that's what we want. We don't want anything like in this zone. So we kind of want to maybe put stuff over here, just to kind of fix it. So, I mean, I'm sure you could probably fiddle around for a bit more. But yeah, that's fine. What I could do is I could make this like this, alright? Then I could get the first canvas and move a bit left. So if I put in 2D, wow, that really takes over the screen. So just kind of do it like this, alright? And then if I look at this, I do this and go, okay, now you're looking at 90, it does change, and the second canvas is there. We've moved like text. The first canvas has like text and a button. So let's have a look as like it rotates. So I'll kind of do this. So you can't get this like cool kind of like world effect. It's not like a circle, so you won't get like a full circle effect, but things still should look really cool. Okay, so what we essentially want is we want a button here, and we're just gonna create a oh, sorry, I was looking at the game screen, so we're just gonna move the game screen over here, just so we can like do our full scene, like, and we're gonna do this in 2D mode, just so we can actually do the scene. So essentially, we just want a few buttons. We're not. Should we have like we'll have a panel just to make things look a bit nicer, and we'll make sure the panel is not obviously all that. We can make this. Make it a bit shorter on top, make it a bit shorter on the bottom. Just kind of do this, maybe make it like quite a bit shorter like this. Just kind of like this, maybe, it doesn't really matter. And then, we'll do all the animations next time. That's not what today's for, right? Today's just kind of for setting up the menus, and we won't do like intro and outro of them, but we'll get the camera flipping and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, so what we actually want to do is with this, we actually want to maybe even give it a color, like, just like a kind of, we do actually want to give it a bit of grayscale, actually. Like that, maybe, that's quite nice, just like a simple grayscale. And then we want to, on that, have a bunch of elements. We're going to have like a text, and of course, maybe, that's a button. Still, we want buttons, that's fine. Text, and say, okay, up here, your middle, and we call this maybe main menu, and maybe this is inside another panel. This is just all like off the top kind of thing, so it's quite simple. Like this, and then text is obviously part of the panel, and then this panel can have full like this, and then be like a kind of a this maybe. I don't know what to give it. Maybe like I want like a rounded edge. Well, that looks really weird, but it looks fine enough. I'm happy, kind of. Maybe we could increase the X scale to make it a bit like 0.5. I don't know, like 2. I mean, like 1.2 or something. I don't know. 0.8. Oh, sorry, 0.8. Like 0.9 maybe. That looks okay. I don't really care too much about the look of it. I know this is a really atrocious font to say, Actually, we're not going to do the knob because the knob makes it look awful. We'll just do a simple background and we'll make sure it's like 1. There we go. So it does make it, this is going to be pretty atrocious. I made an okay menu before. This one's pretty bad. So this can just be start game, which we're not going to do anything with this button, but hey, it's just there for effect. I do want that over this. So then we want to create another one, push this down a little bit, and this one can be called options. And then we'll create the last one, which can be down even further. And this one can be called exit game. So there are 3 buttons. Options, what's going to happen is when we click this, we're going to do animation. Let's just quickly build an animation. Alright, we want to make sure we click on our main camera. This is what some people forget, is that they don't click on their main camera. Now we want to add a curve, and we want to call this, we're actually going to create a new folder, we're going to call this anim, why not, works, and then we're just going to call this turn. Alright, this is our turning. This is turning right, actually, probably. It doesn't matter. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a curve, and we're actually going to get the transform, and we can get the rotation. We don't get anything else but rotation. And then we're just going to make this a bit bigger so we can actually see it. So it starts here, and it ends with the rotation of 90. That's weird. I select main camera. Turn. Okay, we'll just delete this one. Transform. Yeah, this is what I want. Somehow it selected my button. That's weird. Okay, over here, and we just want a rotation 90. So that's our kind of. We maybe want a bit longer, so we just extend it. So this is what happens. Do you like that? I mean, it kind of looks a bit weird. So this is where you make it a bit faster to make it look a bit better. If we give it kind of the default one. This is kind of what it looks like in game. That's the turn name animation. I mean, it doesn't look great just because of how it's set up, but it's a decent animation because if you look at it, right, it's actually turning right. It's just because of how this works. These isn't a circle, right? I'm sure we could add like maybe even like a sphere. I'm sure we could like circle and sphere. It's just, I don't know, it's just easier to do with these squares, right? So this is a very simple one. I don't understand. Well, I mean, it's going to be fine because we're probably going to disable this, right? So if we click options, we're just going to say, okay, well, we'll just do a, how do we just do a very simple one? We'll delete that, we don't care. So main camera, switch over to this. So turn right. So this is going to be our default. We're gonna, you can always press F at the function. I can't on this, okay, well, if you're ever editing any asset, you can press F and F2 if you're using Windows 8 or something like that, and it'll change the function for you. We're going to call this new state default, and we're going to make it says default. So turn right and turn left. So you always want to turn right before you turn left, right? So actually, maybe we turn left as default, right? And then we want to make the transition to here, and then we want to go here and make transition to here, right? So you can go from here, we want a few triggers. I say turn right. How about you say turn R and turn L, right? So if you're turn R, then do this. Alright, and this is left, which is going to be a motion that we're going to define, and this is right. So if you're this, then go turn left, right? So essentially, you just build it, and essentially we're just going to go 90. Then what we're going to do is we're going to, okay, animation, create new clip, turn left. I feel like I think it's Doc 2 episode. Oh, I remember being a duck too, but it was turn right or turn left. God, this it doesn't even matter. And then this can be like 0. I can't remember the time difference between them. Like, they're pretty darn close. I could possibly like that. Yeah, now the same. Good. Let's turn left. It probably will look better once it's done, right? Just saying that, right? And then we want we just kind of want all of this really. Obviously, just gonna copy it into second canvas. That's weird. I know it's here, but like, how do we get it? Not here and onto here. Let's create text element where you want it. Copy component. Find our second one and paste component values. That's what we want. Okay, and then we can go. Okay, now you can come back down a bit and do like something like this. What's all this stuff? 403 12.5. 403 12.5. Oh, that's right, and bottom, that's why. 403, that was it. Okay. So with 403, that's pretty good, but 1205 is not good. So like 40, like 100, I guess. I don't know, maybe 400. As we went, I can like kind of resize it myself. So we want like kind of this, and we want it like on the right side, kind of like this. We want to do something like that. That's pretty good. And this one you can't go 2D mode for. And then we can call this options, and we can delete all these. But this one, which we'll put at the bottom-ish, and we'll say back. Okay, so this is where it really animator turn left. We don't need this asset. We want this asset. We turn left. Okay, so when it starts, it'll start on the right screen. No, we can't do it. Freak. Okay, we want to create empty, which is just going to be default. And essentially, default is when it starts. So start in nothing, and then it'll turn right if it wants to turn right. So this is a mode that we're presuming it's going to be on the left screen. Right? If you want to start on the right screen, then you just make sure that you start on the right screen. So that's just kind of important. Obviously, it has to be turn R, and that will make it turn right. Okay, so this should work. We just need to do booleans. And if you haven't seen my original thing of how booleans, I'm not going to really be going over these, so I'm just going to be doing it, really. I mean, main camera, animator, set trigger, it's a string, isn't it? Yeah. So we're going to set trigger called turn left. Then we're going to reset. No, it seems weird, but we're going to reset our trigger for turn right. So, because like they're kind of like booleans, but you have to reset them like traps. You know, mouse traps. You prime them, reset. Well, it's 20. Okay, so you probably want to finish off this, and this was it. So this is kind of set basic menus and jump a bunch of stuff in. So back Should turn it left. Oh, because we're presuming that you can only start right. Okay, that's fine. So we'll fix the button then. So options, this is going to be an options button, and this is going to go, okay, well now, main camera, set trigger, we don't want an animate component on this. And we're going to set trigger for turn R, and we're going to reprime our trigger for turn left. I don't know if you have to actually reset them, so I would like to know if you guys reset them, whether it makes a difference. Obviously we actually need to reset our camera. So I mean we could have a script that resets with rotation. That's fine too. So see, that's kind of what happens. The reason it loops it is, I'll fix it for you, is that these are all in loop. So turn off loop, turn mutual and delete, and same button. They were just mistakes, and this should fix it. So these are pretty bad menus, but I mean this is like prototype level, right? This is so bad menu. I mean the graphics don't really fit it. It's really bad, but you can kind of see you can't get that cool like kind of dizzy effect. It feels like a cube, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I kind of like it. I mean, what you can also do is you can make it do a full rotation, and then you can kind of just have like a cube right along to here, so just like kind of a full rotation right around. So then you kind of get more of a cube sense, and then on the way back finish the rotation. That'd be interesting. Maybe if you want to do that, it doesn't even matter. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with this. This is just saying really bad menus. I will probably touch them up a bit to make them look a bit more like, if you haven't seen my menu, this is what they kind of turned out as. I don't even know where they are. Music. It's not a music. It's like, I thought I had one called, that's weird. It's on the scripts, but that's fine. Main menu, this is the one. I mean, these look pretty hideous actually. Hideous. I mean, this is kind of the old one I had. It's the same idea, but we're actually not changing the screen. Alright, we're just bringing one in, bringing one out. Which we'll be doing probably next episode. Like, while we're doing, I mean, actually we can start now. Oh, so, oh yeah, okay. That's fine. I was like, okay, that's weird. Hair doesn't always open. You should set a default scene that opens. Oh, we can actually do this. Add current, and that should set as default scene to open. So this is our scene. So what we'll actually do is we'll actually do a start animation, and we'll call this start menu, and we'll have the. We could also rotate it. No, because we want it to pop in. Yeah, it doesn't really matter on our position Z, because essentially this is our starting, which we want to start over here. Alright, and this is our ending, which we want to come back. So essentially we want to stop, get these positions, start up again, and then copy paste these positions in like that. And then let's say when we want to exit, we do the exact same thing, exit, menu. These look hideous because of the color scheme and stuff. I'm sure I can make them look a bit better, but I'm not really concerned with that. So this is where we start here, and then we exit out. So we just go back to start, find our starting thing. This is where we go. These, copy component, and then go back into exit menu and paste, and start here and paste component values. So this is where we kind of look like this, and we're gonna start menu is where we start, and then if trigger Exit is done, then we exit. And we don't need to reset this trigger, ever, because there's no need to ever re-access it. If we're exiting the game, we're exiting the game. You know, there's no re-accessing. So make sure some people forget to do this sometimes, so you just gotta make sure you do that. And make sure that both of these aren't loops. Because I do that a lot. And I'm like, why are they looping? That's why. So if we just, it's really easy to actually add an exit. You just choose your last button for me, which is an exit one, and then you just drag. Remember to drag in the thing that's actually doing this stuff. So this is, for example, our panel that's actually doing all this animations. Or in that case, it's doing animation. Etc. I'm going to call this exit. I don't have to call exit menu and exit. So it'll pop back in. Options, swings over. Options, swings out. Exit back out. I mean, we could do what we had before, the old menu, and we could just change the thing, but it doesn't look as good. It's probably the quality of the images too, actually. Let's just close both of these, see if we can make it a bit better. So Starry One is that this nebula thing. How about we like reselect it to make it look a bit nicer? Like that. That looks a bit better. So what do you think? I mean, that looks pretty cool. I mean, yeah. We're back up to 25. That's a decent time. So we're going to stop here. Thanks guys for watching. There's going to be... I mean, that's it. Is there anything more? No, that's it. That's the end of the tutorial. It's not great looking, but it works pretty well. And these are just all gone from openorg.com. So we will open up a new window. We'll type down openart.org, maybe it's called. Awesome. Openart.org. Open Game Art, that's it. So this is the site. I will probably put this in the description. And essentially all it is, I went search stars. And that was the one I chose. There's a bunch of them, and you know, this is space backgrounds and stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff you can choose. I believe these are free, but I would make your own ones if you can. Because I mean, they're good, but like, they're a lot better than I could ever do. But I don't know, I'd probably try at least to make my own. Just I feel like I can make my own. I mean, like this tree. I mean, it's made in Blender. It looks okay. It's a bit weird, but I mean, I can make that. My tree would look like a stick with no branches, probably. But you see, I know there's quite a few really good looking ones. Like, I'm just not good with art, so that's one of the reasons why it doesn't look good. But it works pretty well, and I know it seems a bit clunky. Actually, X game, that's X game. I know it seems a bit clunky, but so let's say we actually wanted to exit. All we do is we'd add an extra one and would make a script say quit game, and we'll just attach and just say have function quit game. Right, simple. Okay, we've been going for a little bit long. Okay, I will end it here. Thanks guys for watching.